Alright, man. Let's fucking get into the chapter. Tokyo Ghoul, chapter 156. I really want to move on from this shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna be completely honest, right? And the only thing I'm possibly ever gonna get out of this whole scenario is feels as far as Urie and potentially Saiko are concerned. That's it. Because right now, I don't think there's ever been a time in the history of me reading Tokyo Ghoul weekly where I missed it over the course of these last 2 weeks that it hasn't been out, but I wasn't in any rush to get back to this Mutsuki shit. The R shit was satisfying because I got to see Shao fuck that nigga up, but I want it to end, and it shows no signs of Ishida cutting away, so I really fucking hope this thing comes to a conclusion in the next 2 chapters, because if not, I can't do it anymore, man. I'm getting annoyed by it now. And there's other shit to see, you know what I'm saying? So let's wrap it up. I don't think I've hesitated on reading a chapter because I've been anxious and apprehensive as to what's gonna happen, but never hesitated because I'm just unenthused by what's going on. But we'll see. We'll see how it wraps itself up. I did quite enjoy some of the dialogue last chapter. So anyway, let's get into it. Oh, that's the volume 14. Yo, volume 14 cover is lit. My boy Hide. I want to go back. I don't want to go back to those days. Stop lying to yourself, Mutsuki. That's what you need to do. If you need to, I swear to God, if they need to put her down, just put her down so I can get the fuck out of here. Although Urie is not going to do that shit. Judge of Tales Uchikawa. Fuck. That man got ran through. Pierced, yo. And he just caught that shit like a god. Said no. Uri. What's the matter, Mitsuki? You were the one that said you have to kill people to... Uri! That kind of shit is so annoying. Fuck you. You did just say that shit. The man's just quoting your own words. He threw. You're hesitating. I don't need to stop you. I just need to get past you. Wait. See, that's the thing, though. As much as I'm annoyed with fucking Mutsuki at this point, she's been going in. Like, look at it. If you look at this distance, look at that distance. And then Mutsuki threw him back even further and closed that gap in an instant. And said, yo. If Urie was fighting to kill, though, I still think the outcome would be different. I really do. It's crazy. It's fucking wild. Saiko! Goddess. Muchan, now I'm going to stop you right here. Because you're family. I mean, how you propose you stop her, man? Like, see, this is what I'm saying. You might have to put her down. You might not be able to talk her out of this path. We're not a family. That's a barefaced lie, and you know it, Saiko Yombayashi. You're the liar. You're the liar in this scenario. That's one of the most genuine things Saiko's ever said. Don't spit in the face of that. My family consists of my shit-eating dad, my shitty mother, and my shitty... Shut the fuck up, Mutsuki. Seriously. Every single bit of sympathy I had for this character is just washed away. It's gone. It's fucking gone. Remember I used to feel bad for Mutsuki, man? Even after the torso shit, I still fuck with Mutsuki. It wasn't until this whole Kaneki obsession that shit just started to go awry. Now, Even last chapter, I was agreeing with half the things Mitsuki was saying until I'm fit for him, me and not that woman. That line tore it apart. That line tore it apart. See, they're not fighting back, man. You think just because I learned that you have some crazy RC manipulation skills doesn't mean that you could actually take Saiko or Rie going full force. Wow, Uri's really something, huh? To take this attack with his bare flesh, it hurts. It's scary. I swear to God, Mitsuki, if you kill Saiko, what's the matter? Woo! Envy motherfucking B. Look at that face. Look at that face. Saiko. Dude, I've been saying that since the motherfucking chapter. Wait, what chapter was that? Let's say chapter 6 or 7. I've been saying that since the day that my girl was introduced, and it's proven true. Real talk. Anytime that Saiko is in a chapter, anytime she gets some panel time, she steals the show. My girl said, do it. Bro. Shit still ran through her body. And look at Mitsuki. You shook now, aren't you? What happened to that resolve? Good man. Good man, get in there. See, look at these blows, though. They're so shallow. If you really wanted to finish her, you would have done so. Honestly. They're not fighting back. They're just barely guarding against your blows and trying to talk to you. If you really wanted to kill him, you could have done so already. Yeah, look at that face. Suki full of shit. Shook. Absolutely shook. Oh, man. You consume too much energy? How long are you going to keep up this song and dance? It's useless. I'm not changing. This is what I have chosen. If that's the case, then finish it. Unless that line last chapter is really indicative of what Mitsuki wants at this point. She can't forgive herself, so she just wants to die. Lying to yourself and everybody else this whole fucking time. Muchan, if this is what you've chosen, why do you look like you're hurting so much? Don't even try and make me feel a tinge of sympathy again. This better not go the way of that fuckboy art shit. I'll tell you that right now. Although the art in this panel is fucking dope. Yeah, stop lying to yourself. It's over now. I should have just died while Torso had me captive, or when I underwent the Q surgery, or when I first held a knife, or when I was born into that household. Yo, that line is real. That line is real, dude. All quintessential moments that forged the character that you see before you. I should have just died. I knew it, man. I knew it. But my days at the chateau held me together. I wanted to make things go back to the way they were. Even if I can't get him to turn around and look back at me. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Bullshit. That's too contradictory. Even if that's how you feel, I believe you on the fact that you want to die at this point now, and that you think you're worthless. I definitely believe you on those points. But nah, you're still in love with the idea of that man. But it's okay now. I don't want to hurt you too. What's changed? I don't want to hurt you too any more than I already have. And I can't continue to deceive myself anymore either. I mean, I respect that. I'm someone that deserves to die. No way, dude. No way. Do it. Do it. I bet you won't. I'm so sorry. Of course. Of course. Of course. Someone that deserves to die. You gotta be fucking kidding, you know, Saiko. 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 I'm not gonna lie, half of me wanted me to kill herself right there. That's kind of fucked up, especially since I once cared about this character. But the other half of me cares about Saiko so much. Like, it would destroy her. It would destroy her. Look at that shit. Saiko loves you, Moon-chan. You big dummy. See, get it through your head. We'll be here to stop you as many times as you need. I swear it. She loves you. Oh, my boy. He's moved on. He's moved on from it too. Good. Good, because I can't endorse that shit anymore. I can't. If there's gonna be any pairing, it's Urei Saiko now. Even though I still don't think that's gonna come to fruition either. Can't endorse this shit right here. Can't. Gentle tears, see that, and that's the chapter, and that's the motherfucking chapter, of course. So Saiko's still the motherfucking MVP. Saiko's still the motherfucking MVP. You're telling me? I almost wish Mitsuki killed herself. I almost wish Mitsuki killed herself because it's the same shit as with Fuckboy Ari. Like, you're telling me everything's all good now. You've let go. I don't buy that shit. I don't quite like this shit. I'm glad this shit is over. Don't get me wrong. I am actually happy that this shit is over. Above all else, let's fucking move on. We're getting a color cover. Let's go. But I don't really like this shit. You can't just try and after you've done everything you possibly can to make this character detestable. You can't just throw in tinges of sympathy yet again to try and re-evoke it. It's dead. The spark went out for me like 5 chapters ago. I've tried to hold on to it. It's gone. And before I can already see people kind of come through. Before anybody says shit about other characters that have, similarly come to see the light and the error of their ways and change that shit. It's not like this whole scenario. Even though Mitsuki recognizes that she's been lying to herself and everyone else this whole time, even with that death drive, the one factor that's made her so fucking unbearable this whole time is the Kaiki obsession, the Saki obsession, whatever the fuck you want to say, right? That's it. And you're telling me that's gone now? Talking about even if I can't get him to look back at me. Bullshit! What happened to me and not that woman? I swear to God. I swear. So what now? You're just gonna stay? You better get on your fucking knees and I don't even know. I don't even know what you can do. I really don't. Because you're telling me it's all good. You need Toka and Kaiki your blessing. Because I don't buy that shit. What happened? What's really changed? Aside from the people that you've had by your side supporting you this whole time that actually genuinely cared about you, voicing that opinion and making you see. That's the only thing. I like the fact that Mitsuki now has a sense of self-worth yet again. I don't quite like this outcome. I'd rather, unless Mitsuki has to sacrifice herself in a bit to go out, I'll be fine with that. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me see what you guys have to say about it. I don't even want to dwell on this anymore because I knew this shit was gonna happen. I said this shit was gonna happen from the jump. I knew they were gonna talk her down. There were gonna be some emotional feels, which there were. I mean, I feel Urie went in. Saiko's the motherfucking MVP, and it would have pained me to see her sad if Mitsuki took her own life, right? And for her to let go, it's powerful narratively for Mitsuki to let go of that desire, and to let go of those lies that had fueled her for this entire time, and actually evolve past it and let that go and find some sense of self-worth and realize that there's people that care about her, that she cares about. And it's not about the fucking obsession and about all the detestable things that you've done. But just them telling you that doesn't redeem you from all the bullshit. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't be the only one that feels this way. I really can't. I mean, let me scroll back up. This nigga's still talking about this fucking meme. Get this man out of here. Get this man out of here. Get this man out of here. I want to see him around. Why do I have to feel that if I have more people for that meme, everyone will start doing it? Look, the meme is not allowed in the chat. Try it again. Try it again. I'm blocking the next person to use it. But that goes against the cues. What goes against the cues? Talk no jutsu over 9,000. That's what it is, though. But I knew that was going to happen. So I'm fine. Like, if anyone was going to talk Mitsuki down, it was going to be those two. It was going to be those two. I thought the same about Mitsuki offing herself, but I wanted it for the narrative and character purposes. I like it. I like what was done to a certain extent as far as the overarching progression of the character and what it means thematically. But I've washed my hands of Mitsuki already. You can't expect me to this is not some prodigal son shit. You can't expect me to just re-embrace her with open arms. It's over. The moment says it's my boy about a character you wanted to off himself 100 chapters ago. Perhaps he'll say the same about Mitsuki in another. Real talk. I never wanted anything to happen to Urie. I thought he was a fuck nigga in the opening chapters. I've started to like Urie since the auction. So that it's been many, many, many moons ago since Urie started to grow on me. All right? And the man, yes, he's one of my favorite characters. But it's the exact opposite progression of Mitsuki because I fucked with Mitsuki back in the day and it's continually degenerated. Once you go from top to bottom, you don't get to rise back up to the top. You don't. It just doesn't work like that for me. You can go from the bottom to the top all you want. And yes, you can fall from grace again. But you can't get that up, down, up shit. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It happened with Takizawa. Bro, look. First of all, Sato's situation is completely, well, all right, it's not completely. It's actually, there are a lot of striking similarities. Let me take that back. It's not completely different. There are a lot of striking similarities. The thing about Saito is that he served as in a way that Mitsuki never really had to. And it went further than Sato's shit for me. Yes, Saito killed a shit ton of people. So you could say that. So is Mitsuki. So you can't really separate it on that level. I wouldn't even say Sato's been fully redeemed in that way. That's why he's not even out here like that. I mean, he's going to return by the end of it and at least do one more crucial thing. But I just don't see it. I don't see it as the same level of redemption because for Saito, things changed. There was a whole thing with Oji. You know, the reuniting with Akira and Amon, things kind of came to a head there where in this, nothing's changed. Urie and Saiko always loved you. They've been saying this to you. You said you don't give a fuck and now you do? All right, cool. I don't know. It is very, you're right. I take it back. There are a lot of similarities between that character arc and this in some ways, but I don't know. I just don't feel the same. I don't feel the same when it comes to Saito. I don't know. It's weird. I have very mixed feelings about this. I definitely do. And stuff like this, why Chiji was better than Chiji. Feels like Chiji had better understanding characters and narrative framework. I disagree with that. I'm not even going to get into that. I mean, Mitsuki could have felt threatened that Toka would take Kaneki further away. I mean, that's a given. That's a given. That's the point that I have the biggest problem with. Like, okay, cool, you're not gonna hurt your friends anymore. You're gonna stop lying to yourself. You realize that there's people that value you and you value yourself again. What about the obsession with Kaneki? Where that just poof, gone. It's okay. I don't care if he looks back at me. I'm gonna let him ride off into the sunset with Toka. It's cool. Not but like 10 minutes ago, you were trying to kill this bitch. So no. Takizawa's case was all brought on him by others. I mean, that's the thing. You can't say that Mitsuki's wasn't. The Kaneki's obsession is its own thing. That's the point. That's what people need to realize. That is the point of contention with Mitsuki's character that makes me annoyed and that had started the degeneration of my favor for her. But Mitsuki's situation, yes, is also brought on by others. Her family initially, which gave her the whole complex and the outlook for her life that she had as far as her gender identification and everything that she did to make herself stronger and move forward. The torso scenario, which really fucked her up and brought all that shit back to the surface. So you can't say that it wasn't actually affected by others, but it's still not quite the same. Yeah, Takizawa was done right. It just feels different to me. You know what I'm saying? It just feels different to me. Mitsuki shit felt rushed. You know what? It is kind of rough. That's the thing. That's probably what it is. Because that resolution just hit me in this whole chapter. From last chapter to this chapter, too quick of a transition and turnaround. It's the same as the aura shit. That's what it is. It's the same as the aura shit, man. It's the same shit. It's the same shit, except I got to see Shao knock some sense into this man. At least Saiko was fucking beautiful. That's all I can say. At least Saiko was fucking beautiful. And yes, it was rushed, but at the same time, it definitely. I can't argue that. It definitely was. But I'm glad it's fucking over. So I don't really care. I really don't. I really don't. I agree with Ninjas. I don't see this as redemption for Mitsuki. I just see it as a change in perception for Mitsuki, a change in outlook and a new resolve. That's all I see it as. This doesn't mean the character's been redeemed. So Mitsuki probably sacrificed herself for Toku. See that's full redemption for her character. That I can live with and I can get behind, and I'll shed tears if that's the case. No, I probably still won't. It's a shame that my love for Mitsuki is diminished this far. But I think that kind of outcome of Mitsuki sacrificing herself for Toku would just be kind of forced and weird and slightly cliche. So I don't really want to see that either. But you know, it's all good. For good bust for the sake of having an insane character, Mitsuki was played way too straight in the end. Yeah. I mean, it's not over. It's not over. And knowing Mitsuki's personality, just like people were saying last week, or not last week, but last chapter, that Aura is probably trying to finesse some shit, which I really don't think Aura is, because it's all about Gyoko for him. And it's just, you know, he has an aunt fetish, which I can't fault him. She's a goddess, but the Mitsuki thing it doesn't seem fully resolved. It just seems like that's all it took? You need to be smacked in the face and reminded that they fucking love you? That's it? Cool. All right. Mitsuki will deal with Kaneki once it's dragged, all the cues need to come from Kaneki. The thing that she can do very, 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 very well in you know, as this arc comes to a head after the final climax and everything resolves itself, is a dialogue between either Toka and Mitsuki or Mitsuki and Kaneki that kind of brings those residual feelings to a close. Because that, like I've been saying, Mitsuki's not in love with Kaneki. Mitsuki's in love with an idea that was seeded because of her own self about her. It's a notion. It's not the person itself. So it's kind of warped. It's kind of warped. Rushing some parts, at least 10 to 20 chapters just on some part. I mean, I trust in fucking Ishida. It's like Goda, man. Even if you can't see all the pieces falling into place, or even if you're a little salty about one particular aspect, everything as a whole will coalesce and come together to be beautiful. That's how it always works. It's a fucking puzzle, man. Just wait till the full picture is in view. They didn't do the best of showing their love for Mitsuki. Excuse me? Oh, you mean before? That's because Mitsuki was rogue. Well, not rogue. Everything was for it to sanction, but you feel me? That's because Mitsuki was never there. Mitsuki was out cannibalizing. Mitsuki, Urie, and Saiko. Literally, the only dialogue that Urie had with Mitsuki post-Ru was during, you know, was it the wedding? Yeah, it was during the wedding. And the only dialogue that Saiko really had with Mitsuki post that was when she found out that she was cannibalizing. So when was the real opportunity? Mitsuki was deep in the obsession at that point. Remember, all both of the conversations happened prior to the Uta rape. So you think that kind of maniacal rape just dissipates into thin air because, oh, people love me now. So I'm not gonna just abuse and you know, go after. No, it doesn't just disappear. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Hiro, and don't get me wrong, I love Hiro Mashima. Don't you dare even try. Don't you dare even try and make it seem like that man can craft a narrative like Ishida can craft a narrative. Don't even try. It's not even the same league. It's not the same caliber. Yeah, but I don't think it has. So whatever happens will change how convenient all this felt. I'm just gonna take a step back from this right now, man, because I like things about it and I don't like things about it. And neither of those emotions are going to, beat out the other one right now. So I need to sit on this. I'm glad this shit is over, though. That's all I can say. I'm glad this shit is over. I want to move on. I still don't trust Mitsuki. I mean, good. If you still feel, I don't really feel any shade. My problem really just lies in the Kaneki shit. Because two of the biggest, if you take away the Kaneki obsession and the shit with Toka and everything like that, two of the biggest points of Mitsuki's character that have been established and built up and have been a running character arc for that character since the jump is lying to herself and to others and a devaluation / this sense of helplessness, all of which is being addressed here, no matter how convenient or quick it feels through her bond with Saiko and Urie. All of it. So really the biggest point of contention for me is the Kaneki shit, because you can't tell me those feelings just disappeared. It's like, well, even if he doesn't look back at me, and you just go, what? You shake hands with Toka? You gonna embrace her? You gonna feed and change the diapers of their kid? No, you're not gonna do any of that shit. Yeah, I'm out. Oh, let me know your thoughts. Smash that like button and all that good shit. I gotta ponder this shit. Peace.